I am I am Kamal Sharma, your host for today's webinar. I am an education consultant working at Canadian Study Center located in Kathmandu, Nepal. So basically, Canadian Study Center is an education consultancy affiliated and specialized only for Canada. We work for the study permit to ensure your future pathways, to craft your dream into reality, and also to provide you with all the access for your future endeavors. Our company protocol relies on an authentic and genuine information and guidance. With that, we have a success rate of 98%. Today, I'm very happy, glad, and delightful to introduce Mr. Dhruv Mohanji, a manager recruitment in charge for the York University School of Continuing Studies in the Southeast Asia and India. Mr. Dhruv Mohan is a marketing and business development professional with more than 9 years of work experience across industries, possessing a strong background and proven skills in the marketing strategy, business development, client relation management, and event management. And also, he has been demonstrating his abilities in the form of teamwork and interpersonal communication. Having worked in the education sector with the premium institutes, including Canadian and Australian universities, his expertise lies in student recruitment, international education, market research, and partner tie-ups. With that, he has also led student-centric projects, collaborating with NDTV, Rajasthan Royals, and Rising Pune Supergiants, two IPL teams. Without any delay, I want to welcome Mr. Dhruv Mohan sir to further conducting the presentation.
Thank you, Kamal, for your kind words. I'm very happy to join this webinar that is being conducted and hosted by our key and preferred partners in Nepal. I'm very thankful to Hari and his entire team for putting this together. I see a good number of students, so without further delays, I'm going to talk a little bit about the institute that I represent. I represent York University, and within the university, the School of Continuing Studies. I'm going to talk about the programs that are on offer, whether they are suitable for you or not, and also briefly talk about the opportunities that are prevalent in the market here in Canada. And then we will be more than happy to take your questions. I would strongly suggest and recommend that you keep yourself muted. And then at the end of the session, please put your questions in the chat box, and we will be more than happy to take your questions at the end of the session. You could also raise your hand at the end of the session, but again, I would strongly recommend please be patient and hold your queries till the end. With that, I'm going to try and pull up my screen. Kamal, if you can make me a co-host, please.
Sure thing, sir. We'll do that.
Yeah. Because I will not be able to share my presentation unless I'm a co-host. Okay. Thank you. I hope my screen is visible to all. Please let me know. All right. So as I said before, I represent the School of Continuing Studies at York. I'm going to talk very quickly about the university first. York is the third largest university in Canada. Uh, Canada is the second largest country in the world in terms of landscape. Also very popular amongst international audience, whether it's for studies or they come here seeking work opportunities. In terms of the location of the university has two campuses, both in the city of Toronto. Toronto is one of the most multicultural cities across the globe. It is one of the most livable cities in the world as well, catering to a large number of people coming to the city in search of uh, upskilling themselves or in search of work opportunities. So that is resonated very well within the university as well. We are a very multicultural university. It's a big university. We are the third largest university in the country. The two campuses, our main campus, which is the Kiel campus, and then our bilingual campus, which is the Glendon campus, both are in Toronto itself. It's not in downtown, but it's not too far from downtown as well. We have about 55,000 students studying with us from all across the globe, 178 countries to be precise, enrolled in, we offer more than 200 plus programs, degree programs at the university, both at an undergrad and a grad level. In terms of our international student population, it's close to 8,000 students that study with us, that come from all these different countries. We've got a good range of faculties through which we deliver these programs. Our prominent faculties include the Schulich Business School, which is the #1 business school in Canada as per Forbes, the Lassonde School of Engineering, the Osgood Law School, one of the most premium law schools as well. Our biggest faculty, which is Liberal Arts and Professional Studies, Faculty of Art, Media and Design, Faculty of Science, Health, Graduate Studies, so on and so forth. So there is a wide variety of programs that you can pick and choose from. What is also important to see is the outreach of our alumni base. We have more than 300,000 alumni spread all across the globe, which means you could be anywhere in the world and come across a York graduate. Especially in these tough times, it is always good to know people that can help you further. In terms of infrastructure, of course, we are still in tough times. Things are becoming slightly better here in the province of Ontario. Things are slowly opening up, which means the campus over fall is opening up for selective activities as well. The mandate still is to deliver programs online. But having said that, if things get better, then I would like to focus on some of the facilities that you might have access to when you come and study at York. So one of the most important aspects for any international student is the accessibility of the institute. You want to make sure that you can get to the university easily. Not many universities can boast of this, but we have a subway station right inside the campus. What that means is you can take a subway and come in the university, be anywhere in the Greater Toronto area, whether it's Mississauga, Brampton, Vaughan, Markham, or downtown Toronto. You can easily travel to York University by taking line 1 on the subway and come directly to the university campus. What that also means is when the weather gets cold, you don't have an excuse not to come to the classes. So please be mindful of that as well. In terms of some of the other facilities, the Pan Am Track and Field Stadium can give any Olympic stadium a run for their money. It's a great facility to have. Pre-COVID times, we were also hosting the Rogers Cup, which is a premium tennis tournament. So students could get access to superstars like Serena Williams, who come and play on the York campus. Similarly, we've got 3 gymnasiums, world-class gymnasiums that you will get access to, 5 libraries. The biggest one is spread over 6 floors. So there are ample facilities that you have access to. There are about 40 restaurants on campus offering different cuisines. So there is a lot happening on the campus. And I'm very hopeful when we slowly get back to normal, you will enjoy these facilities. Moving on, I would like to play a very short video just to give you a sense of what the university looks like. The audio might not be that great. This video is available on YouTube, so apologies in advance if it is not audible. So that gives you a good sense of what you can expect. Of course, the university looks much more grander when you see it with your own eyes, when you experience that in person. And I'm hoping quite a few of you would be able to take that experience in the near future. Moving on, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the School of Continuing Studies. That's the department that I represent within York. The School of Continuing Studies was founded in 2015 and is home to cutting-edge continuing professional education programs and also world-renowned English Language Institute. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about what these mean and what are the program offerings through these. So what is CPE? CPE stands for Continuing Professional Education. What does that mean? What it means is the landscape around us is changing very quickly with each passing day, and it's imperative that you stay upskilled. Your skills are relevant to the demands that are changing very quickly. So in order for you to stay current in today's fast-paced knowledge economy, or if you want to prepare yourself for a promotion, or if you're looking to respond effectively to the challenges that are emerging in the workforce, and those are ever changing, or if you are exploring the option to change your industry or your stream, then all of that is possible through continuing professional education. What do we offer under continuing professional education? So we offer full-time post-grad certificate programs, which are typically 8-month long, uh, which are developed, delivered by industry professionals, and help you stay relevant in the fast-paced knowledge economy today. The programs are predominantly offered in the area of business. So we've got programs in business admin, human resource management, accounting at 2 levels, basic and advanced, digital and content marketing, public relations, and our blockchain and backend program, which is our only technical program for now. So as I said, these are 8-month in length, but delivered over 1 academic year with multiple start dates. Our popular programs like business, HR, accounting, marketing are delivered 3 times a year, Jan, May, and September. Advanced accounting PR twice, Jan, September, and blockchain for now only fall. All these programs make you eligible for the postgraduate work permit. So what is also very common and popular among students is to add a second program, because these programs complement each other very nicely. So you could do a first program in business, then add a second program in accounting or marketing, and the combined study length would that give you an opportunity to stay back in Canada for up to 3 years. And that's pretty much the maximum length that you can spend after studying a 2-year program at any institute. I would quickly want to show what the students feel about the program as well. So this is a short testimonial by one of our students about the business program.
I am Atri Naik, graduated from post-graduation certificate in business administration. My career goals are like to be involved in some business. But the thing I like is that this course give me all the combo of what is required for a particular business. That if I'm doing any project management, if I'm looking into any marketing task, everything is sum up in this course. So this course has pushed me up and give me the knowledge which I can practically use in any such kind of business. So yes, this is the first step I could say, and the vast knowledge and the good instructors have guided me lots of things, and they have teach me lots of things to be into that business. Like every subject has their practical presentations. You have to include your ideas and you have to show it practically how we can use that. Like if you are looking for particular knowledge to go a step ahead in your life, you should select programs, because sometimes tenure doesn't matter. The knowledge what you learn from that tenure matters a lot. And this program is very meaningful, very specific, and very particular to go ahead and to achieve your goals in your life.
So as it was mentioned, there is a lot of focus on the practical side of teaching and learning. As I mentioned before, the programs are developed and delivered by industry professionals. Some of them give you an optional internship as well. Others give you opportunities to engage with the industry, whether it's through guest lectures or other events that you can be a part of. Similarly, I'm going to play a very short video that summarizes our digital and content marketing program, and also showcases the need that has arisen in these current times to stay relevant, because the marketing demographic has changed completely as we speak. Everything is digital. If it's not digital, it's not happening. So I'm going to run this short video.
digital and marketing. They go together like macaroni and cheese, peanut butter and jam, popcorn and movies. It's a perfect pairing. That's why 1 in 2 marketing jobs require digital skills. Digital marketing jobs have grown by 164% GTA. Think you've got what it takes to become a digital and content marketing master? Now's your chance.
I'm Cora Brady. I'm the managing director at Bagbazar. I'm in charge of all of our hiring. So that includes our creative teams, our account teams, the digital teams, our media and finance. So every role I'm involved in hiring.
How are you working with your queue?
I'm working with them to think through the types of things that we're looking for to make sure that they're building the right curriculums and setting students up for success.
Why learn digital marketing?
The future is that every marketer needs to understand digital. Having the digital marketing program certificate, that's going to offer you an opportunity to be a digital specialist. The content marketer would be creating the content, so actually writing the content and thinking through the imagery. As an employer hiring, what would be essential that I would look for more are the softer skills.
Learn the top skills employers want: analytical thinking, emotional intelligence, problem solving.
There's a number of reasons why I would be excited to have somebody come through the door with the experience they're going to gain in these certificate programs. Number one is they're working on real world case studies.
I think you can get really wrapped up in the classroom and how you think it's going to be when you get into the real world, but understanding how clients and companies actually operate, it's super important to know that this is actually how it's going to lay out, and these are the things you need to know how to do in order to be successful.
What else makes York's program great?
Additionally, it's flexible curriculum schedules, so most of it is online, but there also is a fair amount of collaboration where they will be working with their peers on projects.
Why choose York? Accelerated learning. Finish and get hired faster. Real-world projects. Build a portfolio and upgrade core job skills. Formats that fit your life, part-time or full-time. Learn to use today's digital tactics to reach tomorrow's consumer. Gain in-depth digital and content marketing knowledge, including web and data analytics, search engine optimization, search engine marketing, digital storytelling, marketing strategy, content strategy, and much more. Digital and content marketing, 3 unique certificates. Learn the trends, master the tools. Find out more at contyu.ca/learndigital.
All right, so that gives you a good sense of the programs that are being offered are very relevant to these changing times. We are cognizant of that, and we are ensuring that the curriculum is developed and delivered in a manner where you skill yourself and you're prepared to get into the workforce with the relevant skill sets. What is needed to get into these postgrad certificate programs? The academic entry requirement is at a 60% aggregate in a finished degree. We also need an English proficiency score, an IELTS score of 6 overall, or a Duolingo score of 104. I would strongly recommend that you aim for higher. These programs are very competitive, and we are looking at really good profiles. For some programs like digital marketing, PR, blockchain, and accounting, we also need a statement of interest, which is a short video you will have to record showcasing why do you feel that you're a good fit for the program, and also how this will help you get into a workforce. We also need you to submit your resume, which showcases your skill sets. For the blockchain program, the IELTS requirements are higher. It's a 6.5 overall, each band 6.5. The good thing is you could be from any background and apply into these programs. A good example would be if you've done a BTech in engineering, you could still apply for the business program. You could still apply for the accounting program. Only for the blockchain program, you need to come from a relevant stream, which means the previous degree needs to be in the area of IT, computer science, software engineering, etc. For all other programs, you could come from any stream and apply into these programs. One of the most important factors is the tuition. Our tuition fee is very competitive compared to other institutes. It ranges from $15,000 to $20,000. Our popular programs like business, accounting, marketing, PR, all at about $15,000, HR about $19,000, advanced accounting $17,000, and our most expensive one being blockchain, given the starting salaries in this stream are much higher. They start about $70,000 upwards. So there is a fantastic return on investment, even for the high-end program like blockchain. The good news is, even if you combine two programs in less than about $36,000, you will be able to get 2 certificates. If you're looking at a master's degree in a good institute, a good example would be, we deliver the digital marketing program at about $15,000. If you do the same program at the Schulich Business School at York, it is not less than $80,000 for the same duration, right? So I'm not trying to compare. What I'm trying to say is these skill sets are very relevant in the industry. So if you feel that pricing is a factor, then this is a good option for you to look at. That pretty much brings me towards the end of this presentation, a quick glimpse of the different faculties. Those are my contact details on the screen. These are pre-COVID pictures of when I visited Nepal. The picture in the frame, you would obviously understand where I am. I love trying different cuisines, so I made sure that I had good food when I was in Nepal. I'm looking forward to those times again, where I can visit and also get an opportunity to see some of you in person. If you have any more questions, the details are also on the screen. You can follow us on social media, whether it's through Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn. The School of Continuing Studies is present on all these social media channels. I've also got a couple of email IDs on the screen. You can write into us if you have any specific questions. With that, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. But thank you again for being a patient audience. And I would be more than happy to take any questions at this moment.
So now we are up for our questions and answers segment. So I would request each one of you, if you have any particular questions related to your academics, that could be related to your course or program selection, intakes, availability, scholarships, co-ops, admission requirement, and all. So one after the another, you can place your query to Mr. Dhruv Mohan sir.
I think I see some, the chat box has a lot of questions. So we'll try our best to go through them. I'm not too sure how many we will be able to cover. So the first question is from Umesh. how much should I pay for studying in York University as a software engineering student? If this is for undergrad, typically the degree programs range from $30,000 to $38,000. That's the tuition for 1 year. So it's a 4-year program. If you are aspiring to be an engineering student, then I'm hoping you are good at math. You can do the math. So take about $38,000, close to $38,000 for 1 year.
Next,
For
we have
our PG,
Ayushi Sarma.
yeah, Ayushi, our applications for Jan for the PG certificates are open as we speak. If you are interested, please connect with Kamal at the earliest possible, and they will help you through the entire process. But if you are interested, I would say start the process now. So the next one is, I think it's Pawan, 65%. So with electronics and communication engineering, the PG certs, as I said, are predominantly in the area of business. If you want to continue on the technical path, then you can look at our master degree programs. Unfortunately, in this session, I'll not be able to counsel on them, but there are master degree programs at York. You'll have to apply for them on your own. The university doesn't work with any partners as we speak. But if you want to look at something related to business, then the business admin program would be a good option. We get a lot of engineering students come into that program because it covers good areas, gives you an overview about marketing, HR, accounting, project management. So all those skills are needed as you go higher up the ladder. In terms of scholarship scheme, as I said, our pricing is very competitive, and I gave you a comparison as well. So those are reasonable tuition fee rates that are being offered. Manisha says, what are the requirements? Requirements for what? I don't know. I've shared the requirements for PG Cert. I hope you were part of the session.
Umesh Rao.
Umesh says, which is the best intake?
Study in Canada.
All intakes are unique in its own sense. We see 4 seasons here in Canada. Each one has its own charm. Our biggest intake typically is fall. But as I said, we've got flexible intakes and we get students all across the year. So it really depends on you. Do you like cold weather? Do you like warm weather? Although it's not as warm as it gets in South Asia. But yeah, depends on your preferences. We have flexible intakes. If you want to pursue an MBA, then please check the Schulich Business School. They have a wide variety of programs on offer. Please be mindful, it is the #1 business school in Canada. So the entry requirements are very tough. I already covered this, the fee structure very quickly. It's $15,199 for the business admin program and the PG cert. About master's program, please check the website for graduate studies faculty. You will see all the options available. A 3-year bachelor's degree is accepted into our PG cert programs. Absolutely. The scholarships are typically for undergrad programs. So anything related to scholarship, again, you'll have to check the university website. For PhD as well. So if you want to do a master's, the entry requirements are very much available on the university website. Depending on the program, the English requirements are typically on the higher side. Unfortunately, I'm not going to talk about the degree programs today. And I've already stated my views on the scholarship related to postgrad certificate programs. So qualification required to study abroad, GPA, again, as for us, it's a 60% aggregate in a finished degree. A PG cert in information technology, software engineering. The backend and blockchain program is a good option that is being delivered through the School of Continuing Studies. It's very relevant to these changing times. If you need more information, please connect with our key partners here. They will be able to share all relevant information. A 4-year bachelor's is absolutely accepted for the digital marketing or business program. We don't have a PG in construction management, but the business admin program has element of project management. So I don't know whether you come from an architecture background or you've done civil engineering. If you want to get into the business side of things, that might be a good option for you to look at. Masters in engineering, again, check the university website. Same for PhD. If you are a member of ECA without a bachelor's degree, we will have to look at your case. It's an academic call. I cannot comment or commit on it here. There are equivalencies that you have to fulfill. In some countries, you do get an equivalent document. So maybe in UK, it's equivalent to n number of years of a bachelor's degree. We'll have to look at that equivalency through WES. For that, you will have to connect with our partners and then go through this process. Again, unfortunately, all the master's degree questions, I will have to politely suggest, please check the website. In terms of visa, maybe Kamal, you can pitch in. They are asking about chances of visa accepting on May intake is low. Is it true?
No,
if you can comment on that.
Nothing as such. Every intakes have their own possibilities of visa acceptance. It completely depends how clear and authentic your documents have been prepared and how well your academics and language proficiency scores are. Based on that, your visa acceptance probability increases.
All right. Undergrad, yes, we have a large variety of undergrad programs. Again, you will have to go through the university website to check the same. The costs range from $30,000 to $38,000 per annum. So if you are looking for a credit transfer, then that is possible as well. Again, through the university website. There is a separate process for the same. Eligibility for a PG cert in digital content marketing, I went through that in my presentation. 60% aggregate, you'll need to submit additional documents like a statement of interest video, your resume, an IELTS score of 6 overall, possibly higher than that. Those are the prerequisites to get into the PG cert in digital and content marketing. Scholarships for bachelors, yes, there are scholarships for bachelors, which are clearly stated on the university website. There are program specific or faculty specific scholarships, and then there are other scholarships as well, which are directly correlational to your academic credentials. Yes, the PTE scores are accepted. Please again check the university website for further details. If you have less than 50, unfortunately, we will not be able to help you. So in order for you to apply for the scholarship, it's a separate process. Scholarships are typically only available for fall intake into the undergrad degree programs. The process is also clearly stated on the university website. I'm just quickly going through these and the questions keep coming. Most of them. So no, we don't need minimums. So the entry requirement is a 6, but I keep saying aim for higher because the competition is very stiff. Also, I think from a visa perspective, a 6 is good enough for you to file the visa. But in terms of you presenting a strong profile to get into the program, I would recommend that you aim for higher. For an MBA program, we do need work experience. The details are available on the university website, but having work experience is mandatory, which is not the case for our PG certificates, which is a good thing. So you might or might not have work experience. For some programs where we ask for resume, yes, we are looking at some work experience, but it's not a prerequisite to get into the program as well. Yes, a 60% is the minimum requirement. You can enroll in the accounting program in the main intake as well. The advanced accounting program is only offered twice a year, which is Jan and September. In terms of, so I have a question, Kamal, maybe you can answer, or maybe later someone from your visa team can answer. It asks about a dependent working full-time while someone is studying.
Yeah, that's possible if the prime applicant is being enrolled for the study. So the dependent has the chances to work for the full time depending upon the state in which they are into. So the full time would be 40 hours weekly basis for the dependent.
Thank you. So I'm seeing a lot of questions around MBA, masters. Again, I'm going to put a blanket statement here for those queries. Please refer to the university website. Also, for the bachelor degree programs, I would say the same. And I'm going to try and take questions that are around postgrad certificates. We unfortunately don't have a postgrad certificate in social work or planning, which is full-time. If you have 3 to 4 backlogs, unfortunately, we don't look at more than 1 backlog. IELTS requirement is a 6 overall. That's the minimum entry requirement. Aim for higher is what I will say. If you have a good IELTS score but don't fulfill an academic prerequisite, unfortunately, we will not be able to look at your application. So let me quickly breeze through these. Okay, so this is a good question from Prakriti. Can we combine digital marketing and PR and apply for them at once? At this stage, unfortunately not. We might be working towards this offering in the near future. As for now, when you apply for your first program, even before you finish that program and you are onshore, you can apply for the second program. So it is very common among students to do this. We will give you separate offer letters, but this path is very common for students to take. And as I mentioned before, it also then gives you the opportunity to stay back in Canada for up to 3 years if you are able to do this. So very much possible, but we can't generate a combined offer or a combined LOA at this stage. We don't offer programs related to hospitality, unfortunately. So gap is accepted. I would want to understand is it an academic gap, or are you counting working in the industry as a gap period? So unless I know more details, I'll not be able to answer. But what you can do, Anmol, is connect with Kamal, and she will be able to look at your profile and comment on this further. Again, there is another question around gap by Sergio. I would suggest you do the same. I'm quickly going through this. GPA acceptable university in Canada. Every university has different entry requirements. Typically, and it's also dependent on the course that you pick. So the fee structure for an MBA differs from one university to the other as well. Again, just reiterating, we need 60% aggregate in a finished degree to get into our programs. Prakriti, I've answered your question about combined offers. If you want more information regarding getting a PR, maybe connect with Kamal and her team. They might be able to address that query. Again, master's related queries, you will have to check the university website. We don't have, again, if you want to look at nursing program or civil engineering, I would say the same. I'm getting some repetitive questions, so I'm quickly going through these. Okay, so I'm almost towards the end in the chat box, and I see a few repetitive questions, but I believe I've answered most of them in relation to the postgrad certificate programs. As I mentioned before, there are plenty of options available for degree programs as well, both at a graduate and an undergrad level. Kamal, I think Arjun is asking if you can share the location link of your office in Nepal. Okay, so I think I'm closing in on the questions. Yes, so if you've done a BBA program, all our programs you can apply to, whether it's business admin, HR, accounting, marketing, PR. The only program you might not be able to apply to is the blockchain program. Okay, so I think I have answered almost all the questions related to the PG certificates here in the chat box. I know there are quite a few queries related to degree programs. I'm going to say again, yes, there are opportunities available for degree. I'm not denying it. Please check the university website and you will get more details. So it is always good to know people. If you have family, friends here in Canada, always very helpful. for getting you an initial understanding about the environment. The university has a separate department called the York International, through which we do advising as well throughout your program. If you have needs, we will cater to those needs. And then later on, we also give some immigration related advice through that department as well. So there is a lot of support being offered on campus and today in the virtual world by different departments at our university as well. Okay, I think the questions might still keep coming. I have a time constraint, but again, I want to thank our key partners in Nepal, Canadian Study Center. Thank you so much, Kamal, for organizing this. A big thank you to Hari. He's not in the session today, but he's instrumental in bringing these opportunities to anyone and everyone in Nepal. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to connect with them. They have an office in Kathmandu, but are also present in other parts of the country, right? So please connect with them in person or virtually, whatever suits you the best. I know we are still in the middle of the pandemic, so I would again urge and suggest, please stay safe, do your bit so that we can get behind this pandemic. Thank you again for your time and have a good evening, everyone.
Most welcome, sir. And thank you so much for such an informative webinar and presentation.
Thank you. My pleasure. Have a good one and stay safe.
Thank you, sir. You too. Have a good time. So likewise, we have come to the end of the webinar. So if you have any further questions regarding course selection, future pathways, visa processing, documentation, consultation, you can visit us in person. Our offices are available in Maitidevi, Canadian Studies Center, also in New Baneshwor and Bagbazar. We also have our associate partners in Putali Sadak, that is CIC Education Hub, Canadian Studies Center. One of the branch is also in Chitwan, Future Point. So thank you so much for being such an amazing and cooperative audience. I'm really glad that all of you have participated for this informative presentation session with Mr. Dhruv Mohan, sir. Regarding the location details and office information, we will be posting in our social media sites. So please do follow us in Facebook, Instagram. So you'll be getting information from there itself. So I think this is the end of the webinar now. Further, we'll be connecting virtually, or you guys are welcome to our offices anytime that you want to. So please feel comfortable for that. So bye-bye. Stay safe, take care, and we'll see you people soon in person.